Okay, this is the second part of I didn't get to play it all the way in the first video because I had to free up space. It went off, but this is him explaining, like I said in the first video.
So that when money is to be sent from here to London, let us say, you won't have to risk life and gold. Hampshire, here in Frankfurt, will just send a letter to Nathan in London saying, pay so-and-so. And that will be offset by loans from London to Frankfurt. Understand? Yes. In your day, there will be many wars in Europe. And nations that have money to transport will come to the Rothschilds because it will be safe.
Papa, you mustn't talk anymore. The doctor.
I'm giving advice to our sons, Mama, that the doctor cannot give. Remember, unity is strength. All your lives you must stand by one another. No one brother must be allowed to fail while another brother succeeds. Your 5 banking houses may cover Europe, but you will be one firm, one family, the Rothschilds. You are 5 brothers. I want you each to start a banking business in a different country. One to go and open a house in Paris, one in Vienna, one in London. Choose the most important centers, so that when money is to be sent from here to London, let us say, you won't have to risk life and gold. Hampshire, here in Frankfurt, will just send a letter to Nathan in London saying, pay so-and-so. And that will be offset by loans from London to Frankfurt. Understand? Yes. In your day, there will be many wars in Europe. And nations that have money to transport will come to the Rothschilds because it will be safe.
Papa, you mustn't talk anymore. The doctor.
I'm giving advice to our sons, Mama, that the doctor cannot give. Remember, unity is strength. All your lives you must stand by one another. No one brother must be allowed to fail while another brother succeeds. Your 5 banking houses may cover Europe, but you will be one firm, one family, the Rothschilds.
So, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked man. Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So they rule the world. They rule the earth. Says when the people are, when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. So we're in a mourning state. We're even in a time of war, Third World War. There's not going to be war in the kingdom. It says in the kingdom they shall, we're not going to learn war anymore, and there's going to be no death. So, a lot of people try to live their lives out here in this state as means of some kind of, belief that they're in the kingdom overall, especially with these people over there in Israel calling themselves our people. But, there is going to be heaven on earth, but it's going to be in righteousness. So it talks about, and he covers the faces of the judges, the saints, the main judge, Yahweh Shai. He's the covering cast. He covers everybody's identity and claimed it for himself. If not, where and who is he? If it's not him, Edom, so-called white man, then who is he? And, it also tells in the camps that don't teach this and prophecy and MOTB, they got blood on their hands. Because we're at the end of the world, We're at the end of the wicked world. And the prophet's been talking about this. The GMS prophet's been talking about this for a long time. That we would, it also talks about war. One woe has passed and two woes come quickly. And they did come quick. The World War II was in 1939, I think to 45 or 46, what have you. And it involved a scare of total desolation, but Most High didn't let it happen yet. Even concerning Oppenheimer, he had quoted himself, "I have become death, I have become the destroyer of worlds." It also talks about, I won't be too long with this, Richmond, oh ye Richmond, how? Well, this is a good one too. Micah 6:12, for the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, and their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. James 5:1, it says, go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. So, they got underground bunkers that they're going to try to hide in. They'll try to hide under the sea. It even says that they should dig deep into the sea, and they should get bit by the serpent. And we know serpent as Leviathan. It tells you that. It tells you how mass Leviathan is, how terrible Leviathan is. And he's the serpent of the Most High. It tells you that they're going to climb into heaven, in the firmaments and space, what they call space, to escape the judgment coming up on coming up on men, coming up on the earth. And it says that in the scriptures, men's hearts failing of what's coming up on the earth. So they're going to try to escape, but, the Most High has angels everywhere. Angels can go down into the deepest sea. Angels are already in the firmament. They have already witnessed chariots. NASA has a program, and Most High made sure that they came about to witness through their lenses and their scopes and their knowledge and their minds, third eye being open, so to speak, to where they're able to see and witness the strength and the power looming of the chariots and the angels, which is prophesied in the scriptures also. So, we're waiting. Everyone's waiting. So these men were set up. These men were established. These men were made to be who they are, the wicked of the earth, and to have the control and authority for a time. It's not forever, but it's for a time. And this moving into World War III is a prophecy that, moves the fact. It pretty much confirms the fact of their end concerning prophecy, because it's written in the scriptures. So, it even says how great America had lived through her deliciousness, her voluptuousness, and all men have become rich through her delicacies. But when she is destroyed, it says that no merchants will go by there anymore to sell, and buy and trade, and sell. That's what merchants do. The merchant is short for merchandise, or the ones that control merchandise. And they do it by imports and exports. You know, that's where the product comes from. That's where the food comes from into America. So that's why you have such thing as trade wars. You know, trade war, maybe a small example is to where you try to trade something and it's not worth the value of what has been traded, but you know, the people that the person that has the certain resources that you might be tied into might have a better product in a certain area of business, and then you were like, well, no, we want that. They said, well, you can't have that. Well, we got stuff invested in those areas that we deserve that. And they said, well, no, we're not going to budge. Then you be like, well, we're going to have, you know, it's going to be some consequences. Sanctions is going to be stop imports on a percentage of the imports, or taxes on certain things that they're not able to gain off of for, you know, for the purpose of money growth into wealth. So they could be highly offended. Each party, you know, and it creates a war, so to speak. Hopefully that was explained right. But you know, this is the end, man. Till next video, hopefully they'll find shalom.